2020 Cadillac XT6 review bigger, but only a little better. The XT6 is a new model for Cadillac and its first three-row unibody SUV in over a decade, but it isn't quite all new. Beneath the new design are familiar bones, a platform and powertrain shared with other GM SUVs, from the Buick Enclave to the Chevrolet Blazer to Cadillac's own XT5. Enlarged design. When you get down to it, the XT6 is basically a slightly larger version of the Cadillac XT5. The XT6 is longer, 198.8 inches versus 189.6, but with a wheelbase that, at 112.7 inches, is only 0.2 inch longer than the smaller model. The extra length frees up space for the aforementioned third row, bumping capacity up to 7 passengers or 6 with the optional second row captain's chairs. The wayback is also fairly spacious, claiming a generous 37.2 inches of headroom and 29.5 inches of legroom for third-row passengers. The spaciousness extends to the cargo area where the XT6 boasts 12.6 cubic feet behind the motorized third-row bench and up to 78.7 cubes with both rows tucked away about 16 cubic feet more than its smaller XT5 sibling. The larger XT6 wears Cadillac's current design language well, and I like its sharp styling, which is capped off by even sharper vertical LED tail lamps and daytime running lights up front. The Sport Platinum model you see here also featured gloss black trim, which helps the jewel-like LED headlamps pop, as well as a dark mesh grille. Meanwhile, the flanks are filled by 20-inch alloy wheels. Inside, the XT6 Sport Platinum is pretty darn luxurious, with nice leather seats for all three rows, leather trim and woven carbon copper accents. Some might call this look dated, and I see where they're coming from, but I kinda dig it. At the very least, it's a lot better put together than some of Cadillac's other recent products. Driver aid and safety tech. Going with the Platinum trim level also rolls in almost every tech bell and whistle in Caddy's arsenal, from a Bose Performance audio system which lives at the high end of sounds pretty good but not quite audiophile to a full suite of driver assistance and safety tech. This examples comes with adaptive cruise control that works in stop-and-go traffic and full-speed automatic emergency braking that also works when reversing, which is a great safety net when backing out of a parking space. For getting into spaces, the XT6 can take advantage of automatic parking assist that can both parallel and reverse perpendicular park, and surround vision cameras that aid when doing it yourself. The cameras pull double duty when you're away from the SUV, operating as digital video recorders that can capture proof of door dings and fender benders. This feed is sent to an SD card in the glove compartment. Of the myriad options available on this Sport Platinum model, the one I'd skip is the $2,000 night vision upgrade. Between the excellent LED headlamps and the automatic high beam assist, I think infrared night vision of very limited utility is kind of unnecessary, and would rather keep my eyes focused through the windshield rather than constantly glancing at the instrument cluster display. New CUE infotainment. One of the biggest improvements the XT6 ushers in is the new generation of Cadillac User Experience (CUE) infotainment. The new standard system is essentially a reskin of the excellent GM Infotainment 3 system that you'll find in the new Chevrolet Blazer and the recently reviewed Buick Enclave. The new 8-inch touchscreen interface is very phone-esque with an icon-based home display and a bar for shortcuts along the lower edge, which makes hopping between the different functions quick and easy. The whole setup should be intuitive to anyone who's used a modern smartphone and is easily customizable by holding and dragging icons around the home screen.